At times, we become overwhelmed by the amount of negative information put out there. Our anxiety might strangle us at times. Reading or watching a movie might help us escape to a place where childlike playfulness has not died out. Today, we will enter the world of Mr. Blott's Academy, also known as Akademia Pana Kleksa. In that reality, the rules of chemistry and medicine are slightly different from what we're used to. The first part of the film opens up with various fairy tale characters walking around and being all happy, I think. But the viewers are reminded of a less sunny reality with the introduction of one of the story's protagonists, 10-year-old Adam. The boy finds himself not fitting in with the other kids in his working-class neighborhood. He was always late to school and never finished his homework. His father did not have enough time for him, and his mother called him lazy. Adam preferred to read an interesting book and dreamt of experiencing some sort of adventure. But the kid doesn't need to make any changes to his life. One day, a talking black bird, known as Starling Mateusz, reveals to him that he has been invited to live in some strange fairy tale land. Just like most kids, Adam goes along with what he's told. He's given a chance to escape the bad days forever, or so it seems at first. The Academy's founder is a strange man named Klek. The man's origins are never explained or shown in the film, so he's a mystery. Only boys with the name beginning with the letter A can enroll in the academy. There's edible paint, ink that comes to life, lots of sweets, injured furniture, and doors that lead to other fairy tales. Importantly, though, Adam appears to be welcomed with open arms by his peers, signifying that the boy is saved from feelings of rejection and loneliness. Mr. Klek asks Adam to get some magic freckles from a barber with serial killer vibes named Philip. Later that night, the protagonist goes through a trauma-induced nightmare. The professor comes to the rescue. In fact, every night, Mr. Klek cleans up his students' dreams. The next mornings, the boys are fed the stuff that used to be their nightmares, symbolizing, perhaps, of them moving on one day at a time. They grow stronger as they overcome their fears and anxieties. But the movie can actually get a bit dark. Mr. Klek tells Adam to get some matches from a fairy tale called The Little Match Girl. The boy enters Copenhagen, where he sees an orphan girl around his age that is destined to slowly freeze to death. The author of the fairy tale, Hans Christian Andersen, tells the audience not to feel pity for the little girl.
Dzień dobry, chłopcze. Widzę, że jesteś z zupełnie innej bajki. Ciekaw jestem, co cię do nas sprowadza.
Przyszedłem po zapałki, proszę pana. Przysyła mnie pan Kleks.
A, więc jesteś od pana Kleksa. Bardzo lubię tego dziwaka. Zaraz dostaniesz pudełko zapałek. Daj mi pudełko, kochany. Proszę, zanieś panu Kleksowi. I przestań płakać. Ta dziewczynka jest biedna i zziębnięta, ale na niby. Przecież to bajka.
The fairy tale might not be real, but in that world, the young girl still has to go through very real pain without her knowing what lies ahead. There's sadness and isolation as death slowly comes for the girl over and over again. There is no awareness in her heart that Andersen is the creator. Adam that we see enter the fairy tale land is kind of like a replica of the real-life version. Could it be the real Adam is still hanging around his hometown and his whole story is just fantasy? Just like there could be two Andersens. Our problems and concerns are just all temporary, just like a fairy tale. The last 20 minutes of the movie focus on the origins of Starling Mateusz. It turns out that the bird was originally a human prince who, in the present day, is looking for one specific button in order to return to his original form. Years ago, in some faraway kingdom, the idolized young prince was raised by two loving parents. At 10 years old, horse riding and hunting would ignite his spirit the most. The boy would be away for long hours, just going about his business. But the palace medic eventually convinced the king that such passions were destructive. Remember that there are people out there who wish to crush others' spirits. One night, a rebellious Mateusz would ride away on his white horse with the hope of gaining back freedom. But freedom is not so easy to reach. A monstrous-looking wolf gets in the way of his journey. But before its life fades away, the wolf injures the boy's leg. No matter how many medics come to visit the palace, the injured area cannot stop bleeding. All hope is lost until a savior from China makes an appearance. The emperor's doctor, Pai Shi Wu, heals the leg in a matter of seconds and gives the boy a gift.
Gdy życiu twemu będzie zagrażać niebezpieczeństwo, wówczas włożysz ją na głowę i wtedy będziesz mógł się zmienić w istotę, jaką tylko zechcesz. Gdy niebezpieczeństwo minie, pociągniesz za ten guzik i znów odzyskasz swoje książęce kształty.
Soon it is revealed that the palace's medic is the king of the wolves. The humanoid wolves are released.
Idziemy razem, nas nie pokona nikt. Przed wilczym stadem już opór wszelki znikł. Hejże wilki, hejże cholera, litości niechaj jest naprawdę.
They brutally murder the king and queen along with a bunch of innocent people. Mateusz transforms into a bird to save his life from the evil wolves. But of course, he loses the button from the magical hat, so he is stuck being a bird.
Czuję się obco zarówno wśród ptaków, jak i wśród ludzi.
Taking away someone's passions has the strong potential to kill their spirit. As depressing as it sounds, you have to be careful with who you trust. Mr. Klek claims to be Pai Hivo's student and assistant. He later sends a balloon to space along with his so-called third eye. Meanwhile, the Philip guy gets real creepy. That's the end of part 1. I hope you enjoyed this video.